So I'm gonna give you a minute to get a towel or a blanket if you want one. And I've got a yoga blanket. You don't have to have one, but you will want some kind of towel or something. This is a, if you've got like a small bedsheet or whatnot, this is a yoga blanket. It's a Mexican blanket is basically what it is. You've got one of these or something, you're gonna want fringe to fringe. And then you're gonna take it and have the fringe at the bottom. We're gonna long roll it. So which is why I say a beach towel, because you want something a little longer. Then you'll drop it down and just roll it into a cylinder. Now, if you do have a yoga blanket and it's got the fringe, you don't want the fringe down. You're going to want the fringe up at the top. We're going to make a slight little pillow. So you're going to just tuck the top in underneath because we're going to be lying on this. You're going to want, this is going to be lying down the very center of your back. So you don't want it very tall. It is a very big chest opener and shoulder opener. So what you will do, once you get your towel or blanket folded, you'll place your buttocks right along the edge there. You're just going to gently lie down on the back of it, making sure you've got your head supported underneath the little pillow part. Now you may need to adjust your hips. I'm having to go down a little bit. I've got a little sensitive area in my back. Maybe you will as well, but your blanket or your towel is going to be vertically running down your spine. You will know, and then if you need to, you can keep your knees bent the entire time. If it feels good, you can have your legs stretched out straight. Now, I want you to take a moment and just have your hands on your belly and just pay attention right here. Now, I want you to take your hands and I want you to drop them out to the side with the palms up. And I want you to notice how that opened up your shoulders and opened up your chest. So you can bring your hands back in on your belly again and then slowly open it up and bring your attention to that. This area right up here is being opened up. This is your pec minor. It's going to be stretched. We did a lot of shoulder work earlier during the week. This is going to help stretch this out and open it. Also, it's opening the chest, opening the rib cage so that you can get deeper breaths. This time of year, when it's so heavy and muggy, we often have a difficult time breathing deep, and we tend to shallow breathe. And we've opened the chest and opened the rib cage, making deeper breaths more available to us. So I want you to bring your attention to your breath for just a moment. If it is available to you today, I'd like you to begin to inhale and exhale through the nose. If you are stopped up, you can purse your lips, just like you're gonna blow candles out or give someone a kiss. And you can inhale and exhale through that little bitty opening there. But keeping your hands out to the side, just bring your awareness to your breath. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Just naturally. You're not trying to control your breath at all. You're just letting it come and go naturally. Now take a moment and bring your attention to your forehead. I want you to notice, maybe you're squinting your eyes a little bit or wrinkling your forehead. Why don't you relax that forehead. And try not to squint the eyes anymore. And notice how when you did that, it also softened the cheekbones. And that your jaw also maybe have unclenched a little bit. And if that jaw is clenched or you're meeting your teeth, want you to unhinge that jaw for just slightly. Maybe the lips come apart, maybe they don't. Softening the face. Your shoulders are already opening up and sinking down. They should be off the floor if you're underneath your towel or blanket. Now imagine softening the center of the palms of those hands. Maybe the fingertips curl up slightly. Bring your attention to the center of your chest. Notice how open it is. Now soften it, relax it. Now I want you to squeeze the buttocks really tight and then let them relax. Now bring your attention to the soles of your feet, just right in the center. And soften and relax those. Now bring your attention back to your breath again. We're going to begin to control the breath now for a few moments. Continuing to inhale and exhale through the nose. As you inhale, I want you to let that belly rise. I want you to imagine you're blowing up a balloon. So fill that belly up with air as you inhale. And then as you exhale, let that belly fall again like you're deflating the balloon. Inhale deeply, belly rises. Exhale completely, belly falls. We're going to now use a 3 count for the inhale and a 4 count for the exhale. So on your next inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, belly rises, 2, 3. Exhale, belly falls, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, belly rises, 2, 3. Exhale, belly falls, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, belly rises, fill it up with air like a balloon. Exhale, belly falls, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, belly rises, 2, 3. Exhale, belly falls, 2, 3, 4. Last time, inhale, belly rises, 2, 3. Exhale, belly falls, 2, 3, and 4. Now let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Bringing your attention back to your body, notice, did you tighten your buttocks up any? Let them release again. Notice the forehead, softening it. You can bring your hands back to your belly. Then if you've got your legs straight, looking to bend your knees. And then gently and easily roll off of your towel or blanket and get it out from underneath you. If you've got sensitive knees, you may want to keep it close by because we're going to be on our knees in just a moment. We're going to we're going to stay lying on our back first though. So sinking into your mat, get yourself nice and comfortable. And I want you to straighten that left leg out and keep that right knee bent. Now I want you to grasp behind that right thigh and just bring that right knee towards your chest. And then slowly release, let it fall away, and then inhale, bring it back towards your chest. And then on your exhale, I want you to lift that leg straight up to the ceiling. And let's begin pointing and flexing those toes. Point and flex, and point and flex. and ankle circles and reverse directions. And now as you inhale, I want you to lift your head and shoulders up off the mat or the floor and run your hand up that leg as far as you can. And then as you exhale, bring the chin towards the knee. Your forehead is reaching towards the toes. I don't want you trying to reach your nose to the knee. I want the chin to the knee. And then inhale, back away, and exhale, chin to the knee. Inhale, back away, exhale, chin to knee. Inhale, back away, exhale, lower the head and shoulders down to the mat. Now I want you to take your right hand and I want you to bring it to the inside of the thigh or the calf, or you can even grab your toe if that's available to you. I'm just going to grab right behind the knee. And you're going to let that right leg drop out to the side. Now, here's the kicker. You don't want that left hip to come off the mat, which means this right leg probably, unless you've got super open hips, it's not going to go all the way to the floor. When you feel that left butt cheek coming off the floor, bring that leg back up and then drop it back down as far as you can. It may not go as far as you think. Inhale that leg back up. Now take that left hand to the outside of that thigh and draw that leg across the body. You're going to keep this right shoulder on the floor so you're not going all the way over. You're just gently drawing that leg across the body. Inhale back to the center and exhale, lower that leg down to the mat. Now I want you to take a moment. Does your right leg feel longer than the left? It likely does if you've got a good stretch out of that. So now let's bend that left knee and grasp behind the thigh. Bring that left knee to the chest and squeeze just a little. Inhale, back away. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, lift that leg straight up to the ceiling. And then begin pointing and flexing and pointing and flexing. Ankle circles. Reverse direction. Now inhale with the head and shoulders up off the mat. Run the hands up the leg and exhale, chin to the knee. Inhale, back away. Exhale, chin to the knee. You'll notice that one leg's tighter than the other. Inhale, back away. Maybe it's this one, maybe it's not. Exhale, chin to the knee. Inhale, back away. Exhale, drop your head and shoulders to the mat. Now this time take the left hand to the inside of the thigh, the calf, ankle, toe, wherever you want to go, and draw that left leg out to the side. Now notice that hip is not coming off. If you feel the butt cheek coming up off the mat or the hip coming off, bring it back up, reset your hips, and then drop it out only as far as you can with that hip stand on the floor. And one side is going to go further down than the other. And breathe. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Inhale that left leg back up, and then exhale, take the right hand to the thigh and draw it across the body. Again, this time, your left shoulder is staying on the mat or the ground, whatever surface you're lying on. If that shoulder comes up, left shoulder comes up, come up, and then go back down only as far as you can go while that left shoulder stays on the floor. You should really feel this in the hips. We did a lot of hip work this week. Inhale back to the center, and then exhale, let that leg come back down. Notice how much softer your legs feel. The hips feel a little more open. Now, let's bend those knees. And you can roll over to either side, it doesn't matter. We're going to come to our hands and knees. If you've got tender knees, You can always put a blanket under your knees if you need to. You can use a pillow, a cushion, something, anything, if you need to. If you don't, that's fine too. Coming into a tabletop position, your shoulders are going to be over your wrists and your hips are going to be over your knees. You're not sinking into the shoulders, so press the floor away from you, and your gaze is to the floor or the mat. We're going to begin this morning with some cat-cow. So for cow, I want you to gently lift the head up till the chin is parallel to the floor. You're going to drop the belly and roll the shoulders back. So it's kind of like what I call a sway back. You know, you've seen the sway back horses and cows. And this is cow. Exhale is cat. You're going to tuck the chin to your chest, press the floor away from you with both your arms and your feet, and arch the back. And then inhale, cow, head up, tail up, belly drops. Exhale, cat, tuck the chin, arch the back, press the floor away. One more time. Inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. This time, inhale back to your tabletop position. Take a, and then you're going to exhale. You're just going to, so here. Now, take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to turn your head and buttocks to the right, making a C out of your body, opening and closing the side body. Inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the left. Feel that side body stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale. Head and buttocks one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, head and buttocks other side. Inhale, center. Now, I want you to reach your hands out in front of you. Nice and long. Get those arms far away from you. We're going to move into what is called puppy pose. So your hips are going to stay over your knees and you're going to drop your chest towards the floor. You may have to walk your hands up further. So take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, drop the chest to the floor, reaching the arms up. Feel that stretch in those shoulders. You may only come down this far, that's fine. If you can get your chin to the mat, great. If you can't, great. If you've got something and you want to prop your chin up on it, that's perfectly fine. Now I want you to plant your hands firmly on the floor and press the palms of the hands into the floor and then pull them back towards you. Feel that in the shoulders, gliding those shoulder blades down the back of the spine, and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Now this time, your hands are not going to be right underneath the shoulders. We're fixing to move into down dog. They're still going to be a little forward. Now I want the knuckles of the palms of your hands pressed firmly into the mat. So this is the knuckles of the palms. The fingertips are going to be splayed nice and wide. Let's curl the toes. Now I want you to press the hips up to the ceiling and the backs of the thighs to the back of the room. You're going to drop your head between the arms. And this is downward facing dog. You can bend your knees as much as you like to. You can press the heels towards the floor. And if you, you can pedal your dog, walk your dog, wiggle over your hips, do what feels good to you. And then slowly, slowly, walk your way all the way up to your hands. Bending your knees as much as you need to get those palms on the floor. And then inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to go into we're going to move into mountain pose. Mountain pose is the foundation pose. Your feet are going to be about hip width to inner hip width apart. Your hips are facing forward. Shoulders should be over the hips, hips over the knees, knees over the ankles. So this time I want you to make sure you plant the knuckles of the balls of your feet into the floor. So right here under each of the toes, you've got those little knuckles there. I want you to press those firmly into the mat and lift the toes. That's how you know you've got them planted firmly. Now I want you to shift your weight to slightly on your heels too, so you've got weight on both the heels and the knuckles. And then spread the toes wide and plant them on the ground. Ooh, did you feel that activate the thighs? The thighs rotated out. Now, let's take these first two fingers, and I want you to gently press that chin back. We tend to stay forward all the time, so you're gently going to press that chin back till you feel that neck line up with your spine. And then roll the shoulders back and down. And hands just gently facing forward. This is mountain pose. Feel the work in this pose. You're not just hanging out. This is actual work, y'all. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Let's inhale the arms all the way up. And exhale, lower. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale the arms up. And this time, as you exhale, we're going to move into Utkatasana, upward chair pose. So you're going to sit your buttocks back. Now, your arms can be either straight up overhead. If you've got tight shoulders, you can bring them in front of you. Make sure you are not bringing your knees together. The knees are going out. You want to be sitting back so that the knees are not going over the toes. You want to be pressed back. Take a big inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up, arms overhead. And then exhale, Utkatasana one more time. This time, bring your hands to the heart, to the chest. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, I want you to twist over to the right and bring that left elbow to the right knee. Take a breath. Inhale back to the center, and then exhale to the other side. Take a breath. Inhale back to the center, and exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees as much as you need to get those palms on the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now we're going to move into a balancing pose. This is one of my favorite poses. If you need a wall or a chair to help you balance, please grab something. So find your nice, strong mountain pose again. Lift those toes up, plant the knuckles and the heels, and spread those toes. Now I want you to shift all of your weight onto your left foot. Now I want you to turn the right foot out to the left. We're moving into tree. So your hands can be either on your hips, they can be at your heart, you can have one hand on the wall, whatever you need. I want you to bring that right heel up to the left ankle. And maybe this is as far as you want to go. Maybe this is your tree today. That's perfectly fine. Maybe you feel like you can go a little further if you've got good balance. You can bring that sole of that foot up to the calf. Now make sure you're rotating that knee out and you're pressing the calf into the sole of the foot and the sole of the foot into the calf. Now if you're really good and you can do this without picking your foot up, and you can get that foot up and not touch that knee. See how I'm touching my knee? I do not want you to do this. We're going to build the strength up to get that foot up there without it. I can't do it today. So this is my tree today. And breathe. And smile. Feel that inward moving energy. If you're pressing that foot into the calf and the calf into the foot, you should feel that energy moving inward. And maybe you'll feel the energy rise up as well, and you can grow your tree limbs. Or maybe you stay here. And release, and release. And shake it out. And then now let's do the other side. So find your mountain pose and shift all that weight onto the right foot this time. Hands, wherever your hands were last time, I want you to do the opposite. So if you had your hands on your hips, I want you to bring your hands to the heart. If you had your hands to the heart, I want you to do the hands to the hips so you can see which one helps better. Now turn the left toes out and bring that left heel to the right ankle. And y'all, one side is likely different than the other. Maybe this is as far as you go in your tree today. But if it's available to you, you can press that foot into the calf or press that calf into the foot both. Make sure you're pressing your hands into the hips or your hands together too. Find something on the floor or the wall that's not moving to look at and breathe. And smile. Woo. Maybe you'll feel that inward moving energy rise and you can grow your tree limbs, or maybe not. Maybe you keep your hands at the heart of the hips. And slowly release and release. Shake it out. Woo. Good job, y'all. Now, let's come to the top of our mat. We've only got a couple more minutes. So let's inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands to the floor. Inhale, come halfway up. I want you to place your hands on the shins and press those palms firmly into the shin. And I want you to straighten that spine. Reach the crown of your head forward while you reach the tailbone back. Feel it lengthen that spine. Take a breath. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale. In, plant the hands, and I want you to step back to plank and drop to the knees. Now I want you to shift back and come to sitting on your mat. I want your feet out in front of you. I'm going to turn and face you, the camera. Now pull that flesh away from the sits bones. Your toes are facing towards the ceiling. They're active but not flexed. You're not trying to point the toes towards you. They're just kind of sitting there. I want you to bend the right knee. Now, a lot of times what people are going to try to do is when they bend that knee, they're going to try and bring it as far back as they can. And did you see me lean back like this? You don't want that because that puts you back on your sacrum. You want to be sitting on the sits bones. So bring that foot back out and then pull that foot up while you can still sit nice and tall and not lean back on the sacrum. Now, you want about a hand's width. I'm going to back up a little bit. About a hand's width in between the hand and the foot. So let's inhale that right arm up and exhale that right hand behind you. Sitting nice and tall. You're not on the fingertips. You've got the palm on the ground. Take a big inhale, reach the crown of the head to the ceiling. And as you exhale, wrap that hand around the thigh and gently look over that right shoulder and breathe. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, a little counter twist. Inhale back to the center. And then as you exhale, I want you to drop that right knee to the side. And it may go far, it may not. This hip, I've been having some issues with this hip, and so it's nice and tight. Your foot is still nice and active, but not flexed on the left foot, sitting tall. Have your hands on your thighs. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, keeping a straight spine, walk yourself down. Now again, I want a nice neutral spine. I don't want your back rounded. I don't want you reaching towards the toes. And I don't want you dropping that knee to the nose. That's not the point. We're trying to lengthen the spine as well as stretch the hamstrings. Now, you're going to want to go really far, and you're going to want to press and push that, oh, I can go further, I can go further. That's not the point. We want the muscles to be able to stretch, and they can't stretch if you've gone all the way just because you want to reach those toes. Because if you've stretched as far as they can, what's going to happen? It's going to pop. So back away. And then I want you to back away just a little bit more. And that way you're at awareness. So you're aware there's something going on back here, but it's not painful. Gaze is forward. Your chin is reaching towards the toes. And breathe. Keep lengthening that spine. Now, I want you to relax the thigh and relax the buttocks. Because if you're like super tight, those muscles will not relax. You'll notice it when you're finally able to let go and relax. You'll be able to go deeper into this pose. Inhale back away and exhale, release, bringing that leg out in front. Now we're going to go to the other side. So I want you to bend the left knee. And again, make sure you're sitting tall and that you didn't lean back so that you're on your sacrum. You're still on the sits bones. There is about a hand's width in between the foot and the leg, and the right foot is active but not flexed. So toes are reaching towards the ceiling. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale the hand behind you, palm to the floor. Inhale, reach the crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, twist over to the left. And breathe. Inhale back to the center and exhale, counter twist. Inhale to the center and then exhale, drop that left knee out to the side. Again, foot stays nice and active, hands on your thighs. Inhale, reach the crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, nice straight spine, neutral back. Going as far as you can go and then back away. And then back away a little more. You're not trying to go as far as you can. It's not about push, push, push. It's about release, release, release. And you can't release if you push. It's about letting go. Letting go of expectations. Letting go of the tension, of the tightness. It takes about 120 seconds or 70 to 120 seconds for the muscles to get the signal from the brain that it's okay to relax. So with every exhale, I want you to say the word in your head, relax or soften, whatever whichever word resonates with you, that you can feel your body relax. So relax the thighs, relax the hips, relax the buttocks, soften in. When we've been here long enough, if you have backed away far enough, you'll feel a release and you'll feel yourself go deeper into the pose. Couple more breaths here. Inhale back to the center. And then exhale, release. Now, both feet out in front of you. Bring your hands out in front. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, keeping everything nice and tight. I want you to slowly lower yourself towards the mat. Nice and slow. Keep those heels on the floor. And release. Now, bend the knees. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Make sure you're not pressing that lower back into the mat. So you've got a nice neutral spine. Now, I want you to lift your feet up. And I want the shins parallel to the ceiling. And then I want you to place your hands on your thighs. Now, I want you to place those hands on the thighs, and I want you to press the thighs nice and hard. And I want you to press your hands into the thighs and press the thighs into the hands and breathe. And release, drop those feet. Hopefully you felt the abdominal area activate pretty hard when we did that. Let's do that again. So lift the feet up in the air. Shins are parallel to the ceiling, just like you're sitting in a chair and you've got your hands placed on your thighs while you're sitting in the chair. Now press those hands firmly into the thighs and then fight back with the thighs. Don't let your hands press the thighs away. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. And release. Drop those feet to the floor. Now, get the soles of those feet together and let those knees just kind of drop out. The hands come out to the side for a moment and breathe. Letting the whole front body open up for just a moment. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring your hands behind the thighs. Slowly bring those knees up. And then you can windshield wiper them. Back and forth. Do whatever feels good to you. Reset your hips. We're going to do a hip twist now. So I want you to walk, if you've got a yoga mat, I want you to walk your feet out to the edge of the mat. If you don't, I want you to walk your feet out to the heels or right to the outside of your hips. And bring your hands out to the side. We're going to do a hip twist. So take a big inhale. These feet stay on the floor. As you exhale, you're going to drop the knees over to the right. So the soles will come up, but the feet are not going to lift up off the ground. Your gaze can be either up at the ceiling or you can gently look over your left shoulder. And breathe. Inhale back up to the center. As you exhale, let those hips reset. Inhale back to the center and exhale, drop the knees to the other side this time. Gaze is either up at the ceiling or gently looking over the right shoulder. Inhale back up to the center. Exhale, reset the hips. And release. Now, it is now 9:40. I went a little longer than I thought. We are now fixing to move into the Shavasana, the final resting pose. So if you're going to stay for Shavasana, get yourself nice and comfortable. Traditionally, Shavasana is practice lying on your back, feet about mat width apart, arms out to the side with the palms up. But if this is not comfortable to you, I want you to find a comfortable position. If you need something to support under your knees, you can always roll a blanket up under your knees or a towel. You can, to support those, you can bend your knees and tuck them together if you like. You can have the knees bent. You can have the hands on the belly, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. The point is, I want you to be nice and comfortable. So you take a moment and get yourself nice and comfortable. Lying down however you feel best. Now, let's take a big inhale. And exhale, let it go. And another big inhale. And exhale, let it go. Bringing your awareness to all the points of contact your body has with the mat or the floor, whatever surface you're sitting on. We're going to take a few moments to do a body scan and soften and relax all the areas. So starting up at the top of the head, soften the forehead, soften the eyes, soften the jaw, let it relax. Let the shoulders sink deeper into the mat. Soften the palms of the hands. Squeezing the buttocks really tight and then letting them release. And then squeezing the toes and the heels really tight and letting them release. The toes, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet and the ankles are relaxing. Your right and left foot completely relaxed. The shins, the calves, the thighs, and the buttocks relaxing. The lower back, middle back, and upper back relaxing. Abdomen, rib cage, and chest relaxing. Shoulders, upper arms, forearms relaxing. Wrists, palms of the hands, backs of the hands, and the fingers relaxing. The throat, the jaw, cheekbones, behind the eyes and the forehead relaxing. The entire head completely relaxed. Whole body relaxing. Whole body relaxing. Whole body completely relaxed. Taking these next few moments, let yourself go. You don't have anywhere to go. You don't have anything to do for the next couple of minutes. This is your time. Take these next couple of minutes to forget about any worries or troubles that you may have going on right now. And soften in and relax. Don't get ahead of yourself. I pulled out the map. I'll go here, I thought, and there. I'll visit this place and then that one. My mind raced with excitement at all the places left to see. I felt overwhelmed, wondering if I could get to all the places I wanted to visit. For a moment, I forgot to look around and appreciate where I was. In the forest at the foot of Mount Olympus in Olympic State Park. Don't get ahead of yourself. There are many wonderful places left to visit, many experiences to have, many people to meet and enjoy. But you aren't there yet. There'll be some trials too. more lessons along the path. But you aren't there yet either. Stay in this moment. It contains the experience you need to have. This moment contains your happiness. Living this moment, being fully present for it, is the way to get to the next experience, the next person, the next emotion, the next adventure. Cherish the moment. Feel all there is to feel. See all there is to see. Learn the lessons of today, and you'll be prepared for the adventures and joys of tomorrow. Be here now. This is the only place you need to be. And from this place, all things are possible. Take a deep breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring a little movement into your body. You can roll your wrists and ankles. And take another deep breath and lift your arms up over your head. Give yourself a stretch. It feels good. And then bend your knees and roll over to your favorite side, right or left, whichever one your body needs today. Take a moment, check in. Your body will tell you. And when you're ready, stretching your top leg out for balance with your head heavy. Use both hands to press yourself up to a seated position. Lokai Samastai Sukhino Bhavantu. May I have peace and happiness. May you have peace and happiness. May all beings have peace and happiness. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Mwah.